Shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, or Chakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is Thamayim in Atlanta, and recently I've been seeing a lot of chariots. Been seeing them way more frequently than I have in the past, and decided I need to do a lesson on it. And so I pulled up this article. I just Googled which country has the most so called UFO sightings, which we know those to be the chariots of the Lord, but they're still called UFOs or UAPs. And I Googled it, pulled up the first article that came up, and this is from Michigan Tech News. And so it's a tech website. But it goes on to say UFO sightings, which country has the most? And this article came out a little less than a year ago. And it says every year numerous UFO sightings are reported by people from different parts of the world. While some sightings have been proven as hoaxes or simply misidentifications, others remain unexplained. And the apostles and elders of the Great Millstone have been telling the world this and what they are for years. And they are the chariots of the Lord, the chariots of Israel, the angels, to be short with it. Those are the angels. This is the topic of UFO sightings globally has always been a fascinating one. While many people still disbelieve their existence, which they won't for long because they're going to make themselves known to where there's not going to be any room for doubt. It says there are numerous cases of strange sightings reported every year in the country. It says thanks to the advancement of technology and widespread access to the internet, tracking these sightings has become easier than ever before. With this in mind, we've decided to take a closer look at the top 5 countries with the most UFO sightings. Data is courtesy of the Center for UFO Studies, Mutual UFO Network, and the National UFO Reporting Center. And I'm going to just summarize this. So it says coming in 5th is Spain, and Spain has a total of 3,650 sightings since 1947. Then France, which has 5,068 sightings since 1954. Oh, I'm going to keep reading this. And it says in 2017 alone, France had 455 reported sightings, which is higher than any other year on record. And could be increasing because you see over there in France that they have all those riots and all the people are uprising so much. So the angels could be over there getting busy doing some work. And it says, moving on, it says in 3rd place is China with over 8,000 sightings reported since the 1980s. And we know China is doing a lot right now to push themselves up to be the next ruling nation, which that's all just the heathen raging. And it's not going to happen, basically, because Israel's up next. It says the second highest number of sightings recorded in Canada, where over 15,000 sightings have been reported since 1989. Which Canada's got a lot of blood on their hands too. They also got rid of the so-called Native Americans, or Gadites, the tribe of Gad, and they had all those boarding schools up there. And so, and also Canada is stolen land. And then moving on, it says finally, the country with the highest number of reported sightings is the United States of America. According to the National UFO Reporting Center, there have been over 105,000 reported sightings and encounters of UFOs in the United States since 1947. With the highest number of sightings, the U.S. is the most popular country for people interested in UFOlogy. And so, reading this, my mind obviously goes straight to Zechariah, the 5th chapter. Oops. So it's King 6. So I'm going to read that first, starting at 1. Zechariah 5 and 1 says, Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. That flying roll is a chariot, or what they call UFOs or UAPs. And it says, And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. And a cubit is a foot and a half. It doesn't mean it's the modern equivalent to a foot and a half. It could have been much larger back then. But nonetheless, it was 20 cubits by 10 cubits. And it says, Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. And so, these chariots, the angels, are here. And as that article said, there's sightings all around the world. It says, For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. And who's the biggest thief and stealer and swearer? That is the Edomites. And those countries, 4 of the 5 are Edomite countries: Spain, France, Canada, and the United States. All done some thievery, some colonizing, and wicked things to the Israelites. And then China is also there. And the scriptures say that China, or Asia, followed her that is hated. Her that is hated is Babylon, and China followed Babylon's ways. So it makes sense that they have a lot of sightings as well. It says, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, of armies, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. And it looks like these chariots have entered. They are here. I'm seeing a lot more sightings, and it's basically because they're about to destroy Babylon the Great, which is America. This place is about to be destroyed, so we're seeing a lot more of these chariots. It says, And into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house. So we're going to see more and more and more sightings. There's going to be more reports of it. And just looking at reports, most people don't report that they saw something strange in the air. Only a few people actually report it. So it said there's been 105,000 reports in the U.S. You can exponentially grow that number because you can believe that a lot of people don't report what they've seen. Even just thinking of the hopeful elect alone, none of us report seeing chariots because we know what it is. And then there's lots of people that see it and just either deny it or, just go about their business. There are way more reportings. And these chariots have entered in to the house of the thief. It says, And into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. And eventually, these chariots are going to get busy in this place. There's a lot of them. Yahweh Shai is going to return with a whole armada of these chariots, what they call UFOs. It says, Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see. They're going to be blanketing the skies all around the earth because Yahweh Shai is going to make a glorious return in all of his glory. Salakia. He's going to it's going to have to be a glorious return, because he's coming to put everything, all power, rule, and authority underfoot. And it's his grand entrance into this realm, into his kingdom. So he's going to make a big show. And I look forward to it, and it's coming soon. And so I was going to go into some other scriptures, but I think Zechariah 5 really explains it all. They've entered into the house of the thief. We're going to see more and more sightings of the chariots, and they're eventually going to help bring this kingdom, Esau's world, down to an end. It's going to go out in flames. And so, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, or Chakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.